Hello, 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 hello. I'm here, if you want to call it that. A little tired today, being a little late this time at 6 o'clock instead of 5 like usual. But yeah, it'll be at 6 from now on. I had to change my slogan in the beginning of my title too. Took me about 2 days to figure that one out. Up there used to be live at 5, now it's bricks at 6. So anyway, let me know if you can't hear me or can't see me or if there's lagging, anything like that. I really need to shave, don't I? Wow. And yeah, thanks for coming in, Ken and Henry and Wade. Just saw you just come up just now, so got three of you. So I'm going to kind of wait it out a little bit, and then after that, I'll be starting to build. I want to get started as soon as possible because it is a very this is it right here, uh, Star Wars Yoda. As you can see, it is retired. I don't know if you can see my mouse or not, but yeah, right here it is retired. I guess it's been retired since mid 2023. I'm not sure about that though, but this is straight off the Lego website. You can see all the different, like the front of the box, what it's supposed to look like. Mine's a lot worse than that. I'll show you that when I get to building. It kind of gives you different angles here and shows you the back of the box. And there's a couple of videos. I can't show those for copyright reasons, but you can always go to lego.com yourself and look it up. It's set number 7255 or 75255. So all Star Wars starts with 75. So I should have known that. But loud and clear, good. Good. Yeah, I was on a different live the other day and I was way too close to the mic. So I kind of learned to stay back a little bit. So it was getting all distorted and everything. So I think I did a video on that. But yeah, so let's just kind of wait for everybody. I'm kind of expecting a few people in here, a little bit fewer than usual. I've had this up for, God, like a week, or actually over a week. I actually put both up at the same time. I don't think I'm going to finish it today. In fact, I know I'm not going to finish it today. It's a very big set. It's over 1,700 pieces, and I'm starting from scratch, not like the other one was. So let me actually look at the pieces right now. You can't see me, but I've got them all sorted out in a couple of like tub type things. You see them right, kind of like right here. There's one right there. Got this one with all the flats in it, like plates. I think it's two by whatever. And then the blocks. Whoops. Blocks there. And then one by plates here. And then just miscellaneous stuff like small parts here. The pins, got a lot of pins in it. This is the first 5 bags alone, just in itself. And of course, this is all the big plates that come with it. And I know these are for the frame, the body. The body has a frame inside. And then you got the sticker. Put that aside here somewhere. Don't want to lose that. That's just for the name plate. There's actually this plate right here, so I'll keep that with that. Got the separator. You actually count the separator as a part. Can you believe that? Yeah, I got all the pins and things like that right here. So this is the first 5 bags right here. The part that I evidently must have built at some time or another. And then I must have torn it apart to put in storage or something. So anything I can think of, I don't remember. I thought for sure I built the whole thing. But my fiance also has she has Baby Yoda, and we both bought Baby Yoda at the same time because we got it for $40. So, but I think I'm the only one that has Yoda. She wants to get Yoda, but now it's retired. So yeah, I just said the thing I just said there about the any technical difficulties and like that. Just let me know. Mostly lagging. You know, you might get some lagging. I've never heard me having it lagging before, but I'm sure it can happen. I don't see why not. So we're just gonna wait till it shows there's 4 people here. Oh, Ken must have two on. He has 2 devices. Usually does his TV and his phone. So that's probably why I got 4. So I'm hoping to get a few more. I'm also supposed to have a special guest here tonight, but I don't know if they're going to show up. They told me they weren't sure. So I'm not going to really announce the name or anything until I actually see them, if they do show up. It'll just be in chat. I'm going to put them on video, and I don't plan on it anyways, unless he wants me to. It is a guy. He's from Canada. Ken knows who it is, but that's it. I've been kind of keeping it under wraps. But and no cheating, Ken. But you probably don't remember who it is anyway. But yeah, he's from Canada. I've been subscribed to him for many years, since I was first on YouTube. Watching The Chosen. Is that a TV show? Yeah, I figured it was Chosen. I've heard of it. I've never watched it. I don't have a TV. Well, we have TV, but very basic cable. That's it. I mostly stream. I've heard of Game of Thrones, and mostly Star Trek is what I'm into. I'm waiting for the new Star Trek Strange New World Season 2 to come out. I'm not too much into Discovery. I guess that's why it's leaving. Oh, on YouTube. Okay. But I've got every single Star Trek on Blu-ray. Every movie, every series, everything on Blu-ray. From the very beginning. Like Enterprise, the original series, Next Generation, Picard, Strange New Worlds. I've got the animated. I have the animated series, I think, on Blu-ray or DVD. I can't remember. I think that's on Blu-ray also. The original series, animated or whatever they call it. And there's also the animated one. I can't remember the name of them now. The comedy Star Trek. I think they're on their third or fourth season now. Can't remember the name of it. I have that one on Blu-ray too. Oh, the Chosen. Oh, the movie The Chosen. Yeah. It's not a series. I know the one you're talking about. I think it's a. Isn't it a sequel to what's his name's movie? Oh God, can't remember the name of it. One from Lethal Weapon. God, somebody said it would. I'd probably think about it in the same second. Well, it's a series. Okay. So yeah, it's not a sequel. There is a sequel supposed to be coming out on I can't remember what it was called. It was that movie about Jesus and all that. His resurrection one. Hi, Robin. Yeah, I see you there. We can put back on me here. There's about a 15-second lag, or not 15-second delay. It's not really lag, it's a delay. So once you type, it takes about 10 to 15 seconds for me to actually see it on here. Let me close that Lego page. So I have the instructions up for you too, so you can follow along with the instructions once I start out. I think I got 4 people in here, I think, counting Robin. It takes a while for it to actually update. It's telling me 3, but I know there's at least 4 or 5 in here. But yeah, I got what's left of my Pepsi, which is watered down. I never went and got one before I started this. Hi, Neil. Thanks for coming in too. It still shows I have 3, but I got at least 5 in here now, if everybody's still in here. So it has a little bit of delay on it. Thanks for coming in, everybody. And I don't expect this to be done the whole entire this session, or whatever we'll call it. So it'll probably be either the second half will be next Thursday, or it might take 3 of them to do this thing, because the thing is huge. I mean, it's got over 1,700 pieces, and I'm starting from scratch. So, yeah, it's pretty big. So it's about, I'd say it's about twice, maybe 3 times bigger than Baby Yoda was last week. So, yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask me right now. That would be the best time about it. If you want to ask anything about I can tell you what I know, It is retired. That was the page I just had up. It is retired. I think it retired mid 2023, I think. So it's not available anymore. Well, you probably get it on eBay. It sold for $80 brand new, which was actually a deal and a half for 1,700 pieces, 1,771 exactly pieces. So, but they're all pretty small. You can tell, well, once you see it, you'll see the instruction book a lot clearer. It has the cover on it and all that. Got a lot of small pieces. And then they count the separator as a piece too, which I don't know why they do that. They count that as a piece. I think they even count the sticker sheet as a piece too. It only has one sticker. Everything else is printed, as far as I know. Um, but yeah, I'll play. It looks like part of the body. If you ask me, the parts that I have, so it's probably the body. Probably not all of it. There is, I believe, 13 bags altogether, and I've got 1 through 5 sorted out in some tubs here. Because evidently I must have partially built it, and then either decided to put everything in storage at that time. I think he was the last one I built, and decided to put everything in storage. So I tore it back apart, piece by piece, and put it all in one bag and stuck it in storage in the box and everything. My box is just mangled like majorly. I could show you that right now. It's pretty bad. That's my box right there. Like I said, it's pretty mangled out. So I don't know. Oh, I just said today I never sneezed on here, but I just sneezed. I knew I was going to do that today sometime. But there's what it looks like right there. You can kind of see it's focusing. Got a lot of small pieces in the head there, and then the body's mostly all plates. There's also a frame inside, which I know that's what I start with. I start with a frame. So lightsaber, it goes way up above that. You can see it on the back here. It's a pretty big lightsaber. So I think that's one of the last things you do on here. I'm pretty sure. Find a place for it out of the way here. Box isn't all that big. I'd say it's probably about maybe lower a foot square. And now the bag's just all dumped out. Why does everything always have to be upside down when it's open now? Let me get the bags back in here. Hold on. Bring that here. Going back in there. I do have the book. But I'm just going to book digitally. It's a lot easier. Keeps the book out of the way that way. But there's the book right there. You see it's pretty thick one here. So you got a lot of steps in here. In fact, it's got, let's see how many steps it's got. I believe it's 500 and something. There is 217 pages, 547 steps. That includes the minifig that comes with it too, which I don't have that in here. I do have it, but it's not in here. Unless it's in one of the other bags. I believe it's in one of the first bags. I'm not sure. It could be in one of these other ones towards the end. It kind of looks like it might be. There's a possibility there. But yeah, 547 steps and 217 pages of just a building. It's actually got about 220 pages total. Or 200. Yeah, 220 is what I said. Yeah. So you can kind of see that. No, I guess you can't see it. I don't know if you can see the pages here. Kind of little mass backwards there, but you can kind of see them there. There's a lot to it. It goes on like forever. That was a big chunk at the end there. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to set that to the side because I won't be using that in this. Just put these here. I have the digital one. It's a lot clearer that way. So, your phone is predicting her name, huh? Yeah, I have to kind of look behind me for the chat. So if I don't see you, I don't respond to you or something like that. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, because once I start doing it, I'll be facing this way. So I've got the chat on this monitor. I got the instructions on the other one. So I'll be staring mostly at that one probably. Looks like you have to glance over. Thank you, Henry. So, it shows I got 5 in here. So I want to go ahead and get this started. So let's get this going, hanging out. Let's get this going, and let's see if I can figure out how to split screen this thing for all of them, for everything. There's the instruction book. We don't want the instructions. There you go. Okay. Big one's the instruction book. The top one is me. The bottom one below me, right down there, is the actual table itself. So everything I do, you'll see. You can see the Yoda here. Kind of tells you can get it online here. You get the book, which is how I got this. This is exactly what the book looks like. That's what the separator is used for, in case you wondered. Telling you to download the app. And that's what we start. So bag 1 is the frame with the feet. I hope I have the feet in there because I don't really see them. Bag 4 and 5 is the body. So that's as far as we'll get. So then the rest of them, you finish off the rest of the body. And like I said, there's like 13 bags, I believe. The head is actually the easiest, believe it or not. Yeah, there's 13 bags altogether. So we start out right here. It's mostly a bunch of pins. Got this. We sit these kind of over here. Hopefully won't be any in your way. I got some bigger ones, I got some smaller ones here, so gotta make them kind of accessible here. So I've got some small block ones here. So yeah. One of these days I'm gonna have a reader on here that will tell me what everybody's saying in chat without me having to turn around and look. It's really hard to what people are saying. It's your predictive text porcelain doll. Okay, it must be an inside joke. I don't get it. Actually, if you type hi with a dash Nightbot between the 2 words, because it has to be 1 word, it'll respond to you. You'll say hello back. I had to do it that way because I guess it doesn't recognize additional words. That's the 2 pins there. Go down. I hate when they do that. Make it down below everything. It looks like I'm be doing mostly the pins. I'm going to get these big pieces out of here. I'm going to bump this. Be good. Yeah, I'm really tired right now, so you're probably going to see me mess up like crazy. Probably do things backwards and all that. Just me. So just like I pulled 2 of those out thinking I needed them, and I didn't. Hopefully you can see that. I almost have to lean over. There it goes. Yeah, the screen's really tiny for me for this one. So that's that one. All right, where'd my mouse go? I'm trying to pull my mouse over here. Right, it gets a little easier. Got my little mouse pad. So I actually have to scroll up a little bit for this one. Okay, we got hopefully I have everything here. There's 2. Yeah, there's 2. Oh no, I guess I do this 2 times. Okay, makes sense. So we go this side, right? If you see me mess up, let me know. If you see something I did wrong. Like I said, I'm half asleep right now. Another reason why I'll probably be splitting it in between 2. If I remember right, it's about a 8-hour build at least, maybe longer, depending on how good you are at it. Who's Carrie? Like crocheting? Who's Carrie? Yeah, there you go. Responded to you, Henry. I guess Trish was crocheting. I don't know who Carrie is. I know that. Yeah, about 8 hours. It's a very large set. You're only seeing bags 1 through 5 here because I originally built it at one time or another. So yeah, you got a lot of these pins, and these pins take forever. Trust me, they take forever to do. The Technic pins and all this stuff because they're just so tiny. And me with my big old hands, I drop them and throw them across the room, and you know, you probably see me drop them a few times on the floor or something. So I actually have to lean over just to make sure you guys can see it. Gonna get a little area here where I know where you are. Let's see, so there goes those two. One of these. This is probably the hardest part of the whole thing. This Technic stuff. Let me get my mic more closer over here so you guys can hear me a little better. I don't want to. Let me push this down a little more. I don't want it to be too loud. There. The other day I was on somebody else's live and I had my mouth. I was practically eating the mic, thinking people couldn't hear me, and it was distorting really bad. Okay, it looks like we got another. Yeah, one of these other ones. So we got 4 of these things. Big white things here. The other ones are really easy to find. Yeah, see, I just put one of the blue ones across the room here. They're so tiny, you don't want to lose those. I don't know if I have any extra. Well, I have extra pieces elsewhere, but I don't want to get into them if I don't have to. I still have my holiday village up. I don't think I'll ever be taking that thing down. Might take the tree down, but that's it. And then it'll be integrated into the actual city itself. So I don't know if any of you saw the city. So yeah, I keep glancing over at the chat. Like I said, I'm going to glance over there once in a while. I guess it turns around. Okay, like that. That's why I have you follow along. So if you see a mistake, you can tell me. They make it pretty easy to follow, but I have this habit of jumping ahead. It looks like I might have jumped ahead anyways. Let's see. Yeah, I did. 5 and 6. Yeah, I did jump ahead a little bit. I already saw those. I want to make sure. And that's when you turn it around to number 7. There is where I'm at. Okay. Anytime it shows a symbol here, it means to flip it around. Oh boy, look at that. All these blue, little tiny blue ones. Kind of in the way. Yeah, I'm also looking to see if he shows up. I do have to kind of keep an eye out for that too. I don't want to miss him. Come in and I don't respond. He disappears. I did remind him earlier around noon. So hopefully he shows up. He's going to be on chat and that's it. I asked him to come by on his last live and he said he'd try. Okay, so I got to flip it around. Why do I flip it around for? I don't do anything there. What the heck? Yeah. Maybe it's flipped around. Oh, okay. I see why you flipped it around for the next to attach to that. Okay. It goes right like so. There we go. Hopefully it's turned right. Yeah, they stick out of that side because yeah, these here hold the body on, or the plates or whatever. The tan. That's what all these are for. I know that much. And we got another one. Pretty much the same thing again. This one, if I remember right, gets very repetitive. In other words, repeats the same thing over and over and over. Especially on the frame, it gets really boring. But you got to do what you got to do. See, 11 and 12. There. Bottom one. Thought I was missing something there for a second. Flip it around. On the other side. Ah. Yeah, I got such big fingers. It's so hard to pick these little things up. They flip all over the place. Little pieces here. Okay. And we got we got that side. There's a window on the bottom here. That's weird. There's on that side, but not this side. Okay. Got the black ones up here. And the same thing again, just like on the other one. Like I said, very repetitive. Yeah, in case you hear that humming, I don't know if you can hear that or not. Very low pitch humming. That's my fan going, which isn't even blowing on me right now. My back is actually sweating right now because it's so hot in here. I have to actually close the door. Well, I don't close it all the way, but it's enough to where nothing gets in here. No air. Until my fiance probably won't be up for a couple hours. We've been sleeping really late lately, and I don't know what's going on. Something's going on with us. She was doing it all the time. She was usually up by 3. Now I'm not sleeping hardly at all. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I hate when my back sweats. Well, it's not like wet sweat. It's just hot. So it'll be that way. And of course, there's nerves too. You get doing this, it gets a little nerve wracking. There's that. Let me turn the fan over here. Like falling down on me or something. And I have to stay here. Actually, I'm sitting on my chair over here, so it's one of those box fans. All right, now this is a weird one here. This little gray one. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, pretty much. Let's do this. I don't know how to reverse these. I don't know if there's a way to. All right, there's me. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a way to make that one bigger. Just yeah, it's about as big as I can get. But then you don't have the instruction book. You guys care about the instruction book? I mean, do you really want to see the instruction book? There's the instruction book and me. What if I have to click a certain one first? Do this and then do the split. No, it still goes back to it. That's really weird. Huh. You won't show the instruction book and this, what I'm trying to do. That's the only way it could be seen. Seems like. Doesn't want to show the instruction book and that. But I can flip around once in a while. I know people don't have huge monitors like I do. It's more hard to see what I'm doing. On my screen, they were like an inch wide, and that was it. They were just tiny, even on a 32-inch. Now they're about maybe 3 inches wide and 2 inches high. So they're still pretty small for being big monitor like I have. I could barely see them. Okay, so that must be the last two. Chances are those probably connect right on top of that one. Once they get it done, let's see, 18. There's where I'm at right there. I know I can do that by itself. That's where I'm at now. Kind of go back and forth is what I'll do. Every couple of steps I'll flip to another scene. This is what they call them. Gonna give you a little mix here. Now I'm going this one here. You can kind of hear I'm clicking, so go ahead and go to this. You see what I'm doing? Yeah, I got that there. Oh, we got 7 now. Who came in? Let's see. Yeah, this is StreamYard. Use a mouse to drag over the screen. Yeah, I tried to do that. It didn't work. I was trying to, get all 3. I tried to drag it. There's some dots, but it has a hand there, but it won't. Big one doesn't have one at all. Yeah, it won't. It tries to do the dots. Yeah, it won't let me drag it. Unless there's some way you have to drag it. Definitely won't let me drag the big one. See what it does with this one. Yeah, I won't even drag that one. I don't know where I'm dragging it to. Left, click, and then pull. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You can see. I don't know if you can see that. Well, no, I guess you can't see that. I move it over, and it doesn't. It has like a blue outline on it when you drag it. I try to drag it where the other one is, and it just goes right back where it was. I think I'm going to have to actually remove it and then put it back on or something, maybe. Let's try that. See, then we get that one. Just an automatic thing. There's me. Close to what I wanted. Let's see, I'm thinking maybe. No, don't even go to work. Just turned everything blue. Yeah, it's right back where I was. Yeah, it just won't do it. This is for me to go full screen, I think. Yep. I won't be able to see the chat, so. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can separate the chat on the other screen or not. You guys would see it though. Oh, it is a little bit bigger. Me? Yeah, it just won't move over at all. Doesn't want to cooperate. I could split screen the two, but it doesn't show the book. I wonder if I have to make it that way. Let's see if there's a. You have to add something to it to do that. Dynamic camera slot, media slot. No. I don't know if you guys can see this going on or not, but it's weird. I don't know why it doesn't. It won't let me drag anything. It shows it dragging, but then it just goes right back where it was. It doesn't want to cooperate with me. But the big screen there, I cannot. I have. Yeah, I have it on big screen there, and that won't move at all. Just sits there. I would have to remove me from I guess I have to have this one on. Yeah. I have to have this one on. This screen on the one side. I have to have me on no matter what because that's my. Oops, I'm on the wrong one. Wrong screen here. Okay. Yeah, I have to have me on because it turns off the microphone then. So that ain't going to work. You can hear me now, right? Okay. Yeah, it's because I removed myself, the one with me, and my mic is attached to that one, not to the other one, to any of the other ones. So I just have it muted on the other camera right now. Otherwise, it causes an echo. Where was I? Okay. Yeah, I'm just concerned you can't see me building it here. Pretty small. I can always flip around. Just asking. Let's see what I'm doing. You can just ask me to flip to that. I can do that. It'll take me a minute to see it. What's tomorrow? Oh, well, we're going to be at 54 Fahrenheit tomorrow early morning. Wow. Well, it's about the same here, too. It's pretty cold here. We're right by the ocean, though, too. You can't hear me, right? Can you clean something? Y'all can hear me now, right? I hope. Yeah, I forgot I did that, too. To notify me when somebody leaves. Okay. Yeah, I have to have my I guess the one with me on it. I have to have that one on because that's what the microphone's connected to. Boy, there's a lot of these on this one. Yeah, if I remove that one, the microphone disappears, goes off, and I can't use the mic on two different things at the same time. It gets kind of confusing here because there's so many. Pretty well willing to bet it probably uses all the rest of them right here on this one. All the way, pretty much everything here, every hole gets one of these things in it. That's why it's so repetitious. Where was that at? No. Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks like I'm going to use all the blue ones here. Looks like to be that side. I guess you don't do the other side, just one side. Yeah. Might put 22. Flip it around. We just seem to begin. Flip the top ones. You can't see that, let me know. Like if I go off screen or camera or whatever. Trying to keep it in there as long as I can. I got a bad back, so I actually have to lean over sideways. I can't put my legs up underneath these two. They're actually two. They call it the drawer tote things. So I can't put my legs underneath them like a table. Kind of annoying, but it's all I got. I want to get me a piece of plywood or something like that. Make a table out of it. I mostly put in here to kind of measure what I could do. Because I still got a closet here I have to get into sometimes, especially for extra pieces and stuff. Okay, 23. Now it looks like we just do this other side here. Yeah, I keep yawning. Now they're getting hard to find. Just Only a few more left. That's all these little things like this. See how tiny those things are? I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Get that there. They're tiny little things. So filling all these up with those. They're connectors is what they basically are. I see two more. I need more. Yeah. Hopefully, I got two in here, probably buried in something. And I do not have them. And 2/4. Yeah, I'm short by 2. So, but they do connect elsewhere. So I can always get one out here, move it over here underneath. So you just hold plates up. You'll never know the difference. I don't think I have any more of these in me. Look in my drawer and see if I have 2 more of those. Dig around. I have the long ones, but I don't know. Oh, there's one. Still that one right there. I found one there. Yeah, we find one real quick, and then the second one I can never find. It always works, right? There's that one. Yeah, there's one. There we go. Yeah, we got them all in there. Probably lost them. Things are easy to lose. So there. Now we got everything. Make sure everything's there. 24. And we connect them together, just like I thought. There's that. We just lock them together there. Those. Missing some black ones too. Black ones, I got tons of those. A million of those. Don't worry about finding those. That's like the greatest fear is missing pieces. Let's find the black ones. I know I have those. I couldn't even have them. They're like a dime a dozen for little things. There's one right there. Black, they're hard to see. I found one. Last one. Hopefully we don't need any more. I don't think we do. All right, there's 4 of those. Resituate myself there. Just walking in here. So what is it? Black side up? Yep. All the way around here. Oh, we got 2 more of those now. Oh, it looks like we flip it over. Yeah. We need 2 more of those blue ones. And this seems to be about it. Yeah, I think the blue ones. I think that's the last 2 right there. And there's one right there on top. So there. One more. I see one. There. Usually I need these for mocks, and I can never find these then. This time I'm finding them all over the place. They come in pretty handy. All right, now we're on 27. Now we go into more of like building block stuff. 2x4. Upside down. Took on my saliva. Oh. Now I'm crying about it. I hope so. Oh, shit. Or just saw that. Comes back over and goes on here. I'm asking what that's for. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it makes any difference. Okay. Okay, it's the end of the frame, luckily. Finally. We're at his feet. Please. Oh. Dark green. I call him Dot. I don't know what they call him. That's the only one there was, so hopefully there's only one. She's got 2 feet. I would imagine we'd have them on the other one too. 930. He's not really going to take shape for a while here. Let's see what I got here. My screen's kind of getting cut off over here. The StreamYard. Oh, come on, you stupid Windows 11. There it goes. Now I can see the whole screen. It was only showing me half of it. Okay, let's skip that. And on the bottom there, I can saw those too. There it is. It's coming in there. There it goes. You're here just listening, huh? Well, at least you're here, right? Thanks for being here at least. Yeah, I know this can get kind of boring, especially at the beginning here. Boring for you, good for me. But I've been wanting to build this for a while now. Let Greg do it with you guys here. Although, like I said, I thought the sides were all done, and just like the Baby Yoda was. And then I was kind of a guest on there live, and showed the box and everything. I opened it up. I was like, oh no, it ain't done. It ain't started yet. So it's kind of a surprise to me. 33. Flip it over. Well, those ones are easy to see. It's kind of hard to. I guess it just goes up the side a little bit there. That's how it goes. Looks right. Flip it around. Or, oh, I see. I see what we're doing here. It's like that. We've got that one. Now we've got little toenail things. I think they're actually teeth. Well, that's actually a tooth. On here, it's for a toenail though. I believe they started out as being white for a tooth. Does that look right to you guys? Yeah, you guys can see the screen. Okay. Wasn't sure if I had that up still. Huh. Okay. Back over. Then we do this green one that I saw earlier. Right, green ones. Oh. See, I messed up there. You guys didn't warn me. We'll be back in a bit. Okay. You came back in though. And, okay. Tile. There you go. Don't ask me what the heck this is supposed to be, but I assumed it was this foot. But I don't know. Could be wrong. Huh. For some reason, I'm starting to get a headache. I don't know why. Oh, it's leaning over probably. Okay, there's something wrong here. Did I miss something? I did. That's what you guys before. I'm missing, skipping steps. Huh, it's supposed to warn me. Oh, you missed that one block, and you missed that and that. What the heck is it? Put it in here. I think it's longer than the one. Yeah, longer ones. Missing that green one there. Huh. Missing this one right here. Right there. I don't see it in here. Oh, I see where I missed it. Okay. It was when I put those on. I don't know if I have that color either. I just what we're looking at. Probably in here. I do not see it. That's gonna be a hard one to find in here too. You get stuck in here, maybe? Got blocks of that color. Oh, it's right out there. A watered down Pepsi. Oh. Let's see one in here. Oh, it was really hard to find. No, that's one. Probably need another one too. Jeez. There you go. 6 or 7. Oh, that's why I needed it. Okay, 38. I'm gonna take a break for a second. I'm gonna go get something to drink. Be right back. I'm back. Got some milk. Here's I'm gonna spill it. Okay, where was I? 38. I got hiccups. Oh, this is thumb. I'm thinking, oh, it's toe 102. Toe. Toe. I believe that's what it is. Oh, it broke. The clip broke. I don't believe it. The clip broke. You believe that? The stupid clip broke. Look at that. I don't have that piece. I just do it a different color. Maybe white or black. Can't believe it broke. Ooh, and this one came down on me too. Boy, everything's going wrong all of a sudden. Clips. Maybe gray would work. I had a clip like that because that was just toe line. That shows how old this thing is, how long we've had it. This lid here's coming off. Be a hard piece to find too. Well, the gray, because that's really more neutral color. But of course, I get the one that goes the wrong direction. That one goes the wrong direction. I mean, the wrong direction all over the place. Here. There you go. Now I can actually see what I'm doing. Now you can see me on there. Yeah. What's this there? Got big more. Oh, tiny little pieces here. Let's see if I can find it. There's a white one, but it's broken too. Well, you know it, right? You never went to make it. These clips get broken very easily. They're hard to find because they look like they're single one by ones when they're buried. All right, we'll see you later, Henry. Good luck already. Oh, been on for an hour already. Time flies. Before? No, it's like those ones. Well, you know, direction is the hardest to find, you know? Okay. That was a great one. Direction. Oh, it's a hard one to find. Hard one to find. What that would work. You know, when found someone different kind of plant or something. It would have to be that kind of clip. There's another one of those. And all those. Plenty of them on a brick, but not flat. And that was turn the wrong direction. Hey Ken, if you're still here, are we having an earthquake? Oh, never mind, it's my fan. Okay, well, don't get my fan. Huh. Give me for a minute there. Are we having a quake or something? Oh. The fan shakes a little bit, so when the chair's up against it, then it shakes you too. Give me for a minute there. I thought I was imagining things or something. What's left? Oh, got Henry left. Not yet. Yep, not yet. That's the key word, right, Ken? Not yet. I keep finding these ones right here. Wrong direction. The white one's like it. The double one, but I don't think I can get that one in there any kind of way. I'd have to Mickey Mouse that. Oh, I might be able to do it. Use this double one instead. The only way I can do it. Let's see. I gotta go back. I gotta replace that. Yeah, it'll probably work. It is white though. It might be gray. I've got one of those green ones. Let's put that in there with that. I'm gonna need it. Okay, I know they don't make anything in green, dark green, but they do make them in silver. Yeah. No, that's not it. No. That's the one that goes. No, that won't work. It's way off. And the white I'm going to use. I don't know. Really kind of funny. Maybe use the pin, so you probably won't be able to see it. Look for it. I do got to find another one because obviously I don't have any more of those, so there could be one for the other side too. Possibly the other toe. There's another one. The other foot and toe. Since I don't have any in here, chances are I missed what we really use. So let's take this off. Pull it one tile out. Put that in its place. back on. I don't do it that way, and well, they probably like green that way. It's probably what it is. So it serves the same purpose that way. Now I can. It's back on there. Yeah, you can see the white when you're looking for it. But once it gets on here, I don't think you can see it. If I can get hold of the thing. Now, if I don't break it again, there it goes. That worked that time. Got that. There's one that broke. Okay. Yeah, you can't really see the white one. Yeah, it's not on the outside, so on the inner toe. You won't see it unless you do it like that, then you see it. But when you notice it, I'm not sure if the other, yeah, it looks like the other side goes that way too. Do we do this one 2 times or is it just one time? Looks like only one time on that one, 2 times on the other one. Why does it say 2 times though? That makes no sense. It's only got 3. Yeah, 4 toes altogether. Why does it say you do it twice? Already did the other side. That's weird. See, I was right. I do need that other white one that I grabbed. So this will go here instead. So reverse. Yeah. So just skip the one, the single one down there. Well, I know what they're saying. They're saying the toes have been twice. Okay. Well, there's a green one right there. But, you know, see, one broke. A few of them in here. That one all looking like so. Claw. The claw. Ooh, the claw. Yeah, they're saying you got to do the foot twice. That's what it is. There you go. There's that. There's one foot. Now I got to do the other foot. Jeez, I got to find 2 more of those white ones. Actually, truth is, I bet we only need one white one. Yeah, we only need one white one. Because I can use. Oh, no, we need here somewhere. No. Yeah, it's having no one right there. What happened to the placement? There's another one. There's 3, 4. So yeah, I could probably just do it like that. I see if I can find a white one. It just feels stronger with the way I did it there. Feels like it won't break so easily. Like I said, I got a whole bunch of those. White ones are more common than the rest of them were. Okay, now we got enough for everything. Now we just got to do the same thing over again. In that case, I go all the way back up here and start all over again. The very beginning of this, which was right here. I had a feeling we had to find the green dots again. You know, it's so funny. I saw them in there too. I knew I was going to need them. There's some that are already built. Yeah, green dots are gone. I just saw them in here too, of all things. I put them in here. I should grab them when I saw them. Get out. Oh! I mean, it was yellow that I saw. Just in case, we can grab the gray ones. And some pink one? No, that's lighter green. That's another color. Top. There's color two that match. And their toe two match. Yeah, I don't see the dark green in here at all. It's pretty much the same color. It actually is darker than the clothes. Man, the last one's always the hardest to find. You see 20 million of them in here, you can't find one. brown. Oh, 23 of those. So guess what? I just had it. I got it. Yeah. Change of plans. Those, those, that. I found some brown ones. They'll match. They're not really seen that much, anyways. Yeah, where the heck were they? Right there. I see it. Pull that off without breaking the thing in a million pieces. Nine. Where's 30? There's 30. One. I'm missing that too. You gotta be kidding me. I'm missing that green pad right there. There's even more than one too. There's more. Let's use that one. Okay. Be common. instead. That's an extra one just in case. Okay. I just did that instead. It goes underneath like that. It's just to hold him up. Make sure he doesn't fall over. 33, 34. Your phone would be along here. At least this one had it already on there. So we're good there. Those dots I do have. These two are there, so. Yes, one of those in there. Yep. Same one I was using before. It's funny, I'm losing all those little tiny pieces, but I don't lose these. That's about as small as you can get. Go figure. I don't know why that is. 6, there's 37. Eight. Oh. So we'll put this in there again. Go ahead. See, I want to see a lot stronger with that one in there instead of the single one. Now we're going to be, yeah, we're short again still for these. Oh, good. Okay. What am I looking for? That's what I was looking for. Trying to figure out where to put it on both of them. Look right. Think about these two here. Which make more sense there than anywhere else. Come on, come off. Still gives me the same amount that way, yeah. Oh, those two pads are right there in the middle of the foot instead of on each end. Yeah. Which one was I doing? The other toe, okay. Oh. I got two more. And we are missing that thing. Why are we missing? We're missing the whole thing. Whole entire foot. Or the entire toe. I'm literally missing everything that belongs to it. That third toe. Everything. Like the whole thing is gone. So I have to make the whole thing out of scratch, and I don't have those colors, I don't think. I may have to just quit here. I'm looking for them. It's going to take forever. I have there place to go to, but I have to go through everything in the closet and stuff. I don't think I'm going to have anything of that color in here. All that will be in here anywhere. No, that's look. Everything. I mean, literally everything. The entire toe is gone. I thought we get this done. It takes much of it. Take a long time. You have to search for pieces a lot. I had a feeling this is going to be gone. That's part of it. What I'm going to have to do is just take off this part of it off camera and continue on next week. Because yeah, I'll be here forever. I need some of those. You can see those, at least one going. Got the toe. Not have anything in that green color. Nothing at all. Just pushing one by one block. It's not, that's it. All I see. Nothing else. I don't need to have the tiles. I have tiles in there, but I don't know if I have the colors. I think I'm gonna piece this together. Really grab it. The tile I'll need. No, actually, no. It is one of them. I don't remember looking at that. I got the hook, but I need a 3 and a 1, and that round thing. And I need 2 tiles. Everything else I have. Yeah, there's the hole in the end of it. I have to be here. Maybe a toolless Yoda. Whatever place it could be, but it'd be a pain to get into it here. And he has pieces here. Doors there. It is heavy. Might find it in here, possibly. But just mixed up pieces here. I have to sort. So, can't sort it just yet. Isn't that a lot? I have no idea. I can salvage one, but can't salvage two. Pull that off the back. Which one? Might look exactly the same. And use plate. And flat or whatever. That maybe. If anything, that'll be the hardest piece to find. Just kind of get something there a little bit. There. Not too bad. That one I can find is the tile. The ones I might have. Here. Let me get the house here. Let's see. I didn't need. No, I don't need these. There's that. Okay, we got most of it here. That. This. Three. Four. There's no way that would work either. Another four. It only keeps going five. I need a lot of fours. Dark gray. It'd be easy to use all three colors. dark gray, for instance. By the times when they by the times when they retire the pieces too. So that means you can't get them anymore. And a lot of times they are only for that set, nothing else. Brown. Huh. Yeah, we're using browns. So we're going to be switching toes all over the place here. Reverse one. Gotta be that one there. To get the same. Oh. Jeez. Okay. That I know what that. No, he is those corners. Those are hard. Fine. So, you know. I'm looking for those in the drawer there, and I know they're not in there, so I'm gonna have to use them on this one. Take them off the middle one, middle foot. Just use these again. Before we use that on this. Take them off this one. Here. Yeah. Circles. Go to the bottom. Oh. I think it goes like that. Yeah. Two an extra claw in here. Over here. There it is. Now they look like. Yeah. That's what they look like. A little bit different than what it's supposed to be, but gotta do what you gotta do. At least they match. Okay. Oh, this is about. can't tell. If you didn't know it was like that, you wouldn't even know it. You'll see it. And we got one of those blue dots here. It's there and there. Yeah. Why they have you do that after the fact? I don't know. They have you do one of those, so. It's hard to grab too. Oh, the bottom of the drawer here. Okay. Might be a good place to stop right here. Looks like everything else we've got. Oh, I quit here. Not quit the whole thing, but I mean, okay, I could probably make it through this. Get to the end of bag one at least. Or what would have been bag one, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this bag one. A lot easier. Couple 3 more pieces. Seem to. Seems like I got everything here this time. Always through. Yeah, it does. Four. Let me show which way it goes in. This shows it goes in. Huh. I had a feeling I could miss my nose. I always am. I just get in my hand. I can't get hold of them. This must be his neck. That wasn't so hard, was it? All right, yeah, I'm going to quit there for this part of it. Yeah, this is going to take me a couple of lives to do this, so and we'll continue on with this next week. Too much pieces of it for now. Well, these tubs of mine. So, I'll just back away over here. Actually, see. Oh, there's it. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So I'll continue with bag 2 next week. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, it's fun when you're missing pieces. But this is what I got done. That right there. Got his feet done in the action match. You can't really tell they're messed up. Problem is right here, how it's flat. That's what I had to replace mostly. That's noticeable. And what I did is I put these on the inside so you can't really see them brown. So, other than that, everything else matches. Everything else is the original. So, I remember something about the toes being gone when I built it. I think they were actually gone. They weren't. They weren't in the packaging. I think that's why I gave up. So, that might have been one of the reasons why. Well, look at Ken. Looks like they're over here. You know, there will be timed out. They just left. So, oh, I don't want to forget the sticker or anything on there. Yeah, I'm not going to be taken off yet. I'm going to give it a little bit. People tend to come in when I'm not looking, you know? Somebody just left. You know, Martin. Hello, Martin. Just finished off the, well, I didn't finish it off, but I got it started. Yeah, it was Air Force 87 to 95, Desert Storm. You were in the Army? What was your, oh, wow, you were in Iraq. Yeah, I didn't go overseas myself. I'm not a combat veteran. I was air cargo. They don't send us overseas. What was your MOS? Oh, if yeah, seems like a lot of them are that go overseas like that. Yeah, I was air cargo, so nothing to do with guns or anything like that. So yeah, we didn't go over. And I was reserved on top of that, but I was active for 179 days. You know how that works. So I don't get benefits. I was full time active for 179 days. Then reserved for the rest of the 8 years. Yeah, load master. That's another word for him. We were called load master a lot. The official name is air cargo technician. I was an E4 when I got out. I was only in for 8 years. I was a senior airman. But when I got out, they docked me down one, which is don't make any sense. But they dock you down, and it's like, what? You're not going to get paid anyways. I mean, right? Yeah, I don't think they even have senior airmen anymore. I think it's straight to sergeant now. I think they skipped the senior airmen now. I can't remember though. You got an E7? Wow. How long were you in? You were in for quite a while then, huh? Yeah, E7 is equal to let's see, staff sergeant in the Air Force. Yeah, well, when I was in it, the E4 was senior airman, sergeant was an E5. Um, oh wait, no, it'd be a tech tech sergeant. That's what it'd be. The staff sergeant is an E6, and tech sergeant is E7. Yeah. Oh, you were a staff sergeant. Okay, that was close. Yeah, Ken's son is Air Force. He was injured in Iraq, I believe. I was in for 8 years. Wish I'd stayed in. I could have retired 16 years ago. But didn't. Kuwait, yeah. My uncle stayed in for 40 plus years, almost to the day he died. He died in 2020. He died of pancreatic cancer. Probably, might have been related. We don't know. You can't spell, huh, Ken? Yeah. Keys keep moving around on you like they do me. It looks like Martin left. Or it's just not registering that he's in here. Oh no, you're here. You're still in here. Yeah, my calendar here isn't right. I think it's like one off. Yeah, I wasn't that close to my uncle. My uncle actually, I live over in Northern California, about as far north as you can get. Me and Ken both. Ken's a friend of mine here locally, a fan, a friend, whatever you want to call him, and we're about 100 miles west of Redding on the coast. My uncle came all the way out here and let me know that he had pancreatic cancer. He wasn't going to make it for 6 months, and he made it till January of 2020, and that was in June that he came all the way here. He lived in Utah where I was stationed. In fact, I was stationed with him. We were the same job, and I was oh god, that was oh god, the 68th APS, and he was the 67th APS, Aerial Port Squadron. We were the same flight though, so we had the same MOS and everything, same name too. My first and last name is the same as his. That's where I got so confusing all the time. Incompetent New West Pointers, and they got KIA. KIA. What is KIA? I can't remember what KIA is. There's so many acronyms. I'm actually disabled, so also. What's a KIA? I can't remember. I've heard of that before. I can't remember what that stands for. Killed in action. Okay. Okay, I'm clueless. I should have figured that one out. I'm sorry that you lost your brother, you said? I think you said it was your brother. Well, your platoon leader. Oh, they both got killed in action. Wow. Yeah, I had ex girlfriend got killed in Desert Storm, I believe, and then a friend of mine I went all through basic with him and everything like that. Met him in basic, and then we ended up not working together, but we went rooming together. We had like dorms type things there. I was stationed in Utah, and he was my roommate for the whole time, the whole when I was active duty. And we didn't try to set it up because our reserve days were the same time all the time. He was, I don't know what he was some kind of computer specialist or something like that. And well, I lost contact with him. Last time I heard he was transferring over to Luke Air Force Base in, I believe, Arizona. And he just disappeared. No, I don't. Actually, I don't have any of my Air Force uniforms. Not a single thing. Lost them all in storage or wherever. I have some BDU pants that I wear sometimes, but they're not the ones I had. I think I had BDUs the last 4 years that I was in, because it was a 4 year and a 4 year. And so they switched over to the BDUs. They call them. When I first went in, they were just green, the OE green, same as basic. And then they switched over to the camouflage. The one thing I do miss is that the big old jackets we had. We were out on the airfield all the time, and I was in Utah, so it was very cold. We had the Eskimo type of jackets. I miss those things. I had two of those. Can you believe that? Two of those. I actually got away with getting two of them. So I had one, and then when I re-enlisted again, I got a whole new set of everything all over again. So I had double everything. An official hat. I have it. I don't remember you gave me a hat. What hat was it? Refresh my memory, Ken. Or are you talking about the hat that I'm wearing? What medals? I got the God, I got three of them, I believe. Are they on here? No, they're not on here. I actually had them somewhere. Now I think about it, I lost them again. I just had them like a couple months ago, and I actually lost them. No, I lost them in February when we moved. But I have the basic training. Obviously, everybody has that one. What was the other one I had? Oh God, there was three of them. I can't remember. There was the basic training. There was the reserves, and then there was a third one. I can't remember what it was now. I'd have to look it up. I totally forgot. Of course, I got the honorable discharge too, which that's not an official medal, but a ribbon. I got ribbons. The things that like this right here, kind of. These are embroidered, but these aren't my ribbons. It's just a generic Air Force veteran hat. I don't even think these are even official ribbons that are even printed on this thing. They just made them up. I had three ribbons along with there's an official what do you call it, honorable discharge type metal ribbon. You can get both. You have to buy that though. You got the air assault badge, yet Army Service Medal, Expert Infantry badge, Purple Heart. Wow. Iraq campaign medal, Afghanistan campaign medal, South Korea medal thing. Forgot what it's called. So you got like 6 or 7. So you're all decked out on the pocket there. My uncle, I don't know which ones he got. I know he had a lot. I'm sure he did. I never saw him dressed up. I only saw him in his camouflage. That's all we ever wore. I had the blues and everything, the Air Force blues. Could never wear the shirt unless I was on duty. Yeah, when I was active duty, I was making $600 a month. And that was full time. Now at an E4, they make $2,500 a month now at full time active duty in the Air Force. I think all of them are the same pay rate. I think I'm not sure though. That's why I got a bad back though, is because I was air cargo. We had to lift the pallets up on the truck sometimes. They come off the K loader and they get stuck. Sometimes we had a 5 or 6 of us would lift it up with our backs. They always told us to put our back into it, lift them up off the thing, try to get back on their tracks, and they continue rolling on. But yeah, he's going to enlist next year, huh? In the Army or Air Force? Probably the Army, just like his dad, I assume. Yeah, I almost went in the Army myself. It was between the Army and the Air Force when I went in. Oh, Air Force. So he's going to go to Lackland Air Force Base for basic in Texas. Does he know about what time of year? Just don't go during the summer. I'll tell you that. That's when I went. I mean, I handled it, but it was hot. Oh, it was hot. Very humid in Texas. But I was actually in basic for 7 weeks instead of 6. But at the time, it was 6 weeks. I think it's 9 weeks now, minimum. But I was in for 7. Yeah, it's Lackland Air Force Base, Texas, which is El Paso, I believe. I think it's El Paso. Can't remember. It's somewhere around there. Yeah. Does he know what he wants to do? What kind of MOS he wants to be? Well, if he's reserve, I think you get to pick it anyway, but you don't get to pick where you can go. If you're active duty, you don't pick where you're going. But if you're reserve, you can pick where you want to go, what base you want to go. I went to my home base, basically, where I lived at the time, or near where I lived, the state that I lived. I lived in Utah at the time. He wants to be a fighter pilot. Oh, that is hard to do. It's not as easy as people think. You got to have 20/20 perfect vision in the Air Force. That's why I couldn't be air fighter or fighter pilot, because I wore glasses. You wear glasses, you're out. You can't be a fighter pilot, even though you got corrective lenses. Which I don't know if they do that now, but back when I was in, they wouldn't allow me in for that. So I did air cargo because my uncle was in it, and they had a big bonus which I never got. There was a $2,500 or $25,000 bonus, and I never got the bonus. He doesn't wear glasses. Good. Hopefully, he has 20/20 vision. They will check his vision. They do that in basic. Actually, no, they do that before you even go in. You check all your stuff, all your health and all that stuff. They do all that kind of thing before you even sign in or swear in. Yeah, I went in July 15th, 1987 is when I swore in. Right out of high school, pretty much. And then came up on I was active duty, and then I talked about going reserves because my uncle was, my uncle was reserve at that time already. And so I went reserves because my uncle was reserve. And they finally came up to me on the 179th day. I had no clue. I was 21 or 22 or whatever. And actually, no, I'd be 25 at the time. And I was still stupid. I never asked any questions. You never want to ask questions, They says, well, we need to make you reserve if you still want to do it. I says, sure. Well, that was the dumbest thing I ever did. Because then I was 179 days full-time active, no benefits ever at all. It was like I never even did it. Never even went active duty. So after that 4 years is over, well, no, I was 22 actually when I went reserve. So I was in for 170 days, for just under 6 months, or basically was 6 months technically. And then I re-enlisted when I was 25, and I got out when I was 29. I was reserved the last 4 years too, and my uncle was still in then. He was in way after I got out, way after. He was in until I think he went in the 60s. He got out. He got out finally, retired in 2015, I believe it was. He was 40 plus years. So he finally, I guess they gave him a offer you couldn't refuse or something. I don't know what it was, but then he died in 2020. Don't know if it was related or not. We went through a lot of chemicals and stuff, mostly cleaning chemicals, mostly. We were in a hangar all the time. When we weren't outside, we were in a hangar. It was like 30, I think I counted 34, 35, I think it's 35 years, no, since I got out. I'm 57 now. Yeah, you would have been a major. Wow. Can I ask how old you are? You're probably in your mid 50s by now. I assume. I don't know. I'm guessing. I don't know when you were in. I'm in my 50s, but I was in the 80s though. When you went to Iraq, I don't know if you were in for a while or if you went straight to Iraq or not. But if you went straight to Iraq, then you're young. Our air cargo was very physical. We had to put the belts over. We had to tape up everything. It was pretty much like UPS does. Pretty much the same way. You forgot how old you were? You are? Well, you're a high school dropout. So you went straight into the army right after you dropped out, or if you did, then you're probably quite a bit younger than I am. Then you're probably in your 30s, I imagine. To be a staff sergeant and be in your 30s, that's pretty good. He forced you to? Uh, I wasn't forced. Like I said, I was either going to go in the army or the Air Force, and the only reason I went in the army, Air Force is because my uncle was in it at the time. He was the only one that ever was in the military. My brother actually went in the Marines. Watching Desert Storm video, yeah. Yeah, during the movie Top Gun, a lot of people went in the Marines then too. Yeah, I know the feeling. My dad passed away in 2014 unexpectedly. I was really close to my dad. I wasn't that close to my uncle though. My uncle was my dad's brother. My dad passed away in 2014, and then this happened with my uncle, and he came all the way out here to see me. Yeah, and it really gets to me. He When he came out, it was the best thing he ever done for me. I wasn't even that close to my uncle either. Never was. It was just a hi uncle, hi. That's about as far as it ever went. But he actually came all the way out here because what happened is my dad, when he passed away, I didn't find out for 3 months. My uncle finally found me and told me that my dad had passed away on the operating table, and I completely lost it. I went through a lot when that happened. Um, so he came out here. He told me that he didn't want the same thing to happen again. for me to find out months later. So I already knew. I knew he had cancer on my way there. He went to one of the motels here with him and his wife, and I immediately came there and drove there, and I went in the room where he was staying, and came in and said, "I have some news to let you know." I says, "I know you got cancer," and he just looked at me like, "How did you know?" I says, "You're my uncle. Why would I not know?" So we talked about my dad. We talked about the Air Force a lot. He talked about all the places he'd been on. He'd been all over the planet: Tokyo, Japan, Okinawa, all over the states. Obviously, it was places I didn't even know existed that he'd been to. But Okinawa, he said Germany was another one he went to. Um, yeah, it's like he went all over the place. So anyway, yeah, I told my uncle that for him to do what he did was just, it was like having my dad back for about a half hour. That was the best thing he'd ever done for me. I still miss my dad too, so I know exactly how you feel. Well, I wouldn't say I know how you feel. I can imagine how you feel. You never know how other people feel. Some people feel different. Yeah, Lackland Air Force Base actually has Marines there. There's a Marine base there, a small Marine base. It's actually connected to it, and we run into the Marines all the time. Never really had any fights that I know of. I mean, I never saw any or heard of any. But we used to always call them the muscle, and we were the brains. Yeah, yeah, we all lose our parents. My mom's still alive, believe it or not. She's 76 and still kicking. That's something I didn't tell anybody. I mean, I don't think I've even told Ken this yet. My mom's gonna be having heart surgery. The last thing I told my dad, he died of surgery, and he had a blood clot in his leg. And my dad was stubborn. He was always stubborn. He called me up. I think it was on. It was in November. Told me he was going to have surgery on the 4th of December. And the last thing I said to my dad is, "You're not going to die on me, are you?" And he says, "I'm too stubborn to die." It's the only time my dad ever lied to me. He died that day, December 4th. The blood clot went to his heart on the table. I didn't find out for 3 months. Didn't find out until the next March from my uncle. I had heard something. Well, actually, no. What happened is I went on Facebook because I had my dad. I lived with my dad when I was in high school, and so I had a lot. I have had and still have a lot of alumni on Facebook. In fact, my high school reunion is this year out there, and so I went on there because I hadn't heard from my dad for what would be 3 months since November, 3 or 4 months, and I was really worried something happened. And on March of all days, I mean, it was March. I believe March 8th. It'll be March 8th. And I messaged everybody all at once saying, if you see my dad, let me know to call me. I really need to get hold of him because I tried to call him and I just get an answering machine, nothing more than that. Nobody would answer. And I have a stepmom, or had a stepmom, whatever, and she never answered it either. And it went to the answering service or whatever. So the phone still existed, the number still existed. So I thought everything was fine. So anyway, I told everybody, hey, if you see him on the bus, because he liked to take the bus a lot to work and all that, he didn't drive that much. That if they see him, to let him know I'm worried and I hope everything came out okay, worked out okay, and all that. And a minute later, somebody messages me back, says, "Hey, you give me the address and I'll drive." It was like 30 to 50 miles one way for them. He says, "I'll knock on your dad's door and tell him to come talk, call you." And I told him right there, I said, "I got a bad feeling something's wrong." He's like, "Oh, don't worry about that. it's going to be all right, and that kind of thing. And I says, okay, go ahead. If you want to do that, go ahead. Well, the next morning on March 9th, that morning I got up and I was married. I was married at the time. I'm divorced now. I was married at that time. I told my wife I never want to go on Facebook ever again because I was afraid to get on there and find out the worst. And she's like, no, you got to get on it sooner or later. You might as well do it now. So I went ahead and got on it, sat at the computer, turned on Facebook, and there was a message from him. And I opened it up. Messenger was actually still around back then. This is in 2014. Facebook Messenger. I think it was kind of new then. I opened it up and he says, hi, Will. I stopped by your dad's place and your stepmom answered and told me your dad passed away on December 4th. And when he told me that, I lost it. I mean, I totally lost it. So it was actually the friend that told me first. So then I tried to get hold of all my relatives and everything because I didn't know the details exactly, neither did he. So I started trying to call everybody. I couldn't find anybody on Facebook at the time. And finally, I got hold of my uncle. And my uncle's the one that told me everything, what happened exactly. Oh, yeah, that'd be even harder. I was here in California, same area that I am now still. And I didn't make it to the funeral or anything. I missed the funeral altogether. So, yeah, he told me everything. My uncle told me all the details. I did get a CD recording of my dad's funeral, which my ex-wife took that too. She literally took everything from me, practically the clothes on my back. That's the only thing I had left when we divorced. That's a different story, but yeah, that was the only thing I got from my dad was that CD, and I don't even have it anymore. I don't even have it on a hard drive or anything like that. Yeah, I missed all my relatives' funerals except for my grandpa, my dad's dad. He was the first funeral I ever went to. My 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 grandfather on my dad's side passed away when he was 72, and in 1990, 91, something like that. I just had my first son at the time. I have a son way back when, and he at least got to meet his great grandson at that time before he died. He died of brain cancer, had a brain tumor. And my grandma, who was married, they were married for like 60 years or something like that. I mean, it was a big number. We thought for sure she was going to go the next day. We really thought she was. She was getting Alzheimer's, and she lived until 98. And I missed her funeral. I was in Nevada at the time, working out there. I was already out of the military by then, um, and I was out there, and just as I got the job like 5 minutes before I got the call from my dad saying my grandmother passed away. Yeah, my uncle did too. Well, he didn't fight in Vietnam because he was air cargo, but he did go to Vietnam. He went to the country of Vietnam. It was one of the other ones he went to, and he saw a lot of stuff out there. We Desert Storm. We shipped all the bombs out there and all the guns and stuff like that. We saw all that. So I have a little bit of PTSD because of that. But yeah. So then I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, my grandmother. Yes, I missed her funeral because I had no way out there. I had no car, no vehicle, nothing like that. I was in Nevada. And come to find out, my dad was going to come pick me up. He was waiting for me to call him back. He was alive at the time, obviously, in 98. So I missed that one. And then I missed my dad's. I even missed my uncle's too. My uncle, I kind of thought for sure I was going to miss that one. That was expected. I was just applying for SSI and all that. And I told him, well, you got to make it till May of 2020. Didn't know anything about COVID, but told me you got to make it to 2020, and that way I can come to the funeral. And he swore up and down, I'm not going to make it to 2020. I'm not going to make it. I only got three to 6 months, which put him around November, December. And I said, no, you'll make it till 2020. You better make it to 2020. And he kept swearing up and down, no, I won't. I says, no, you're going to get chemotherapy and everything. He goes, no, I'm not going to go through all that. I says, yeah, you are. Well, he did. Gave him a couple extra months. Is all it did. Made him sicker though. That's the only bad thing. But he, yeah, your dad probably had a lot of PTSD. So yeah, my uncle made it to January 10th, 2020. So he made it into 2020. He swore up and down he wouldn't make it that long, but he did. But he went fast. He went really fast. He was healthy. He looked healthy when he came here. I even have a picture. That is one thing I do have is a picture of my dad, my stepmom, right about a month before he had was supposed to have the surgery. It was October of that same year. And that's the last picture I got of him, of my dad. Haven't heard from my stepmom at all since. She sent me the CD and that was it. I think it was what it was. The funeral. Yeah, I lost my uniforms. I lost everything. I think it was all in storage, stuff like that. Lots of storages. Had a lot of times I had to move and just literally just pick up and leave. Happened a lot. So yeah, I didn't have an attic. I've never been in a house ever. Not of our own anyway. I can get my uniforms again if I wanted to, but I'm not bothering you. I got my ribbons again about a year ago, but I lost them again. Looks like I used to have them on a hat. It wasn't this hat, but it was another hat. I actually had a pin to it. But yeah, that's the story of my dad and all that. I was homeless for over 8 years up until this last February. We just got into this place we're in now in February. We were homeless for over 8 years, me and my fiance. And yeah, so that caused a lot of problems there too. I don't remember what the point was I was trying to make, but yeah, I was homeless for that long. Finally got on SSI, finally got the place, moved in February. So yeah, I actually have a YouTube channel that wants to interview me about it and all that stuff, about all the stuff I went through. Now I'm starting a YouTube channel and trying to do that. Being disabled, I'm a disabled veteran, obviously. That I am considered. I have my what do you call it? My DD 214. I have my military, not military ID, but veteran ID on my driver's license and that kind of thing. I have all that stuff, but I don't get benefits at all because I was reserve and because I was 179 days. They keep telling me, "Oh no, you're reserves. Reserves don't get benefits unless you go overseas," which I didn't. And then they tell me, besides that, if you were active, you were only active for 179 days, so you don't get benefits because of that either. Yeah, I had my I used to have my reserve military ID. I kept that for a long time after I got out because it was still valid, and I kept it for God. It was quite a while. I don't remember how long they last, but I kept it for quite a while. And my wallet got stolen, and it was in there. It was actually at a theater of all places. Somebody stole it out of my pocket. My whole wallet had like $70 in there. I went back looking for it. it was gone. I asked them about it. It wasn't returned or anything. But yeah, I had the pink one, the pink reserve uh, military ID. So that's how I lost that. So I pretty much lost everything. No, I did lose everything. I moved out with my mom because she was having problems, health problems and stuff like that at the time. So I moved in with her again to help her out afterwards. And she had storages, and then I put my things in storage, and she lost the storages, and it's just life, went on. And that's how I lost everything. But when I moved in with my mom again after military, I did have my stuff then. I remember that. That was in 98 or 99. Well, you served in 3 units. I only served in one. So mine was the 419th Flight Squadron. Yeah. And I was in the 68th APS Area Port Squadron, which is under the 419th Flight Squadron. Afghanistan. So you saw a lot of country. You saw a lot of fighting too, but Korea, wow, you were in Korea too. My uncle went to Korea. Like I said, he went everywhere. Tokyo, Korea. He said he loved Japan. He went to Germany. I think he went to Greenland too. I can't remember though. Went to England, London. Well, London is England. I can't remember where else he went overseas at. He went everywhere. I mean, literally every. He probably hit every country on the planet. I'll bet. But I mean, he was in for over 40 years. I imagine he was probably a master sergeant, more than likely. I don't imagine him being any higher than that. I know he wasn't an officer, so he wasn't a major or anything like that. He was enlisted, so I think the highest you could be is master sergeant, which is an E9, I believe. It's either E9 or E10. Warrant officer, I don't know if that's the highest or not. I know there's lieutenant, there's second lieutenant. I don't know what the officer ranks are. I can't remember them all. I know major was the highest, or one of the highest. My uncle never, always had the stripes, always. So I think master sergeant's the highest enlisted. And then the officers are like 01, 02, 03, da da da, starts with O instead of E. I think that goes up to 9 also. I don't remember all that stuff anymore. I remember I remember the E1, E2, E3, E4, and all that, but the officer ranks, I don't remember the numbers on those. Figure I would never make it that high, anyways. But usually, pilots and things like that become the officers. They could be officers, lieutenants, and all that. So, and my name is Will, by the way, Martin. My name is Will. I guess you can see that on the screen there. I don't know if you knew that or not. My real name is William. Sorry, Sergeant Will. Actually, it was Airman Will, Senior Airman. I was going to be a sergeant. If I would have stayed in, I would have been a sergeant. We were just talking about me being a sergeant when I decided to get out. It was kind of a spontaneous thing when I thought about enlisting a third time, but never did. Airman Will, yeah. But yeah, I was going to be a sergeant next. But I told him I just went out. I was tired of the BS, if you know what I mean. So it was either to either get out or cross train into something else. And there just was nothing else I was interested in or qualified for. So, and that's when I found out. He said, my sergeant says, "Oh, you don't worry, don't bother applying for benefits. You ain't going to get them." I'm like, "What do you mean I'm not going to get benefits?" He goes, "Well, you're reserves. Reserves don't get benefits." So I was like, "Well, then I guess you just made my decision up for me, then, huh?" And I got out. Wow, you landed one without any pilot training? Oh yeah, you landed. Okay, yeah, you landed one. I thought you said you landed on one, like somebody else was flying it and you were in one when they landed. Wow, but you did it though, huh? The pilot was dead. Is that why he got the Purple Heart for that reason? Because of the helicopter situation? We usually get a Purple Heart for saving lives. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I figured so. Because well, you saved their lives because the ones that were alive, you flew out of there and got out of there and everything. So yeah, that counts too. And that was in Iraq. Yeah, I had to read up above again. I forget things real quick. I could read it in 5 6 later. I'll forget about it. When you weren't a doctor, there's not really much you could have done. I mean, was he shot or something? Was it just you? Well, it wasn't just you that survived, though, right? There was a few other ones. I assume. That Nightbot's just driving me crazy, huh? It's just almost every other thing you say, that Nightbot comes up with something, huh? He got shot mid-flight. Oh wow. Well, at least you saved everybody else, though, too. So you're right in the line of fire and everything. Yeah, like I said, I had a friend that went to a Luke Air Force Base. He went active duty though. That's why he went there. And I think he was sent to Desert Storm because I never heard from him again. Oh, his co-pilot was there. Well, lucky enough for that. At least it sounds like he made it through, right? Oh, but yeah, he got killed too. He got killed later on or the same day. But the pilot died too, though. Wow. Drinking milk here. That's all I got. Oh no, I don't know what happened to him. He just disappeared. Because we kept in touch until the day that it was like shortly after Desert Storm started, just all of a sudden lost contact. I have no idea. I assume so. I assume so. I tried looking him up and all that stuff. Couldn't find him. I even looked on Facebook. Can't find him on Facebook. Nobody by that name whatsoever. He had a weird last name. So, and then I had a girlfriend in the Air Force at the time. She was air cargo just like me. And there was actually a news thing about her being killed in Desert Storm. And it was her because it showed a picture of her and everything. I was like, oh my God. Because she was a local. She lived there in Utah. So they had a thing about her dying in Desert Storm, getting killed. Her whole flight was blown up, literally, in Desert Storm. So the girlfriend didn't hurt as much. Obviously, we were already broken up years before that. But I mean, I felt bad for her family and all that. But we had a friend. His name was Timothy Van Osdale. Like I said, a weird last name. So he's the type that would have been on Facebook. I think he was married too, because he was getting married. He had a fiance when he went to Luke Air Force Base. I don't think they ever broke up or anything like that due to that, but I think he was getting married to her, and then they were going to move to near Luke Air Force Base because he was going to be stationed there, and kept in contact with him after that for it was only about maybe a month, and then I believe Desert Storm started, and then all of a sudden just disappeared. Never heard a word from him again. Still have it up to this day. He was the same age as me. Can't find him on Facebook or Instagram or anything. I mean, it's such an odd name. You think he'd be like pretty much the only one with it. I know where his parents lived, and I have a high school reunion out there in June or July this year. I'm wanting to go really bad, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. It's gonna be my last one, my 40th year anniversary, right? Well, 40th year reunion of high school, and I thought about going out there where he lives and see if I can find his parents, or at least his parents' house. I'm sure they're probably not around anymore, but I'm sure whoever lives there might know whatever happened. I certainly was with my company commander, and the saddest thing I saw was his wife and kid. Oh yeah, God, having to drop the news. Yeah, never happened to me, or not even vice versa. Closest thing to that was my uncle, but he was the one that told me. He had pancreatic cancer, but he also had liver cancer. Also, it passed to his liver. That's what killed him mostly. You're just at the door watching, huh? Yeah, I did. I saw a picture of grandma, my aunt. There was a picture. Somebody just snapped it just in time, and it was black and white. And she was at the casket of my uncle's funeral, and she posted on Facebook. And I saw it. It was black and white for some reason. She had the flag and all that in her arm. She had her hand on this casket, and it was like the perfect picture. I mean, it was just I don't know who snapped the picture, but they snapped at the perfect moment. And I was talking to her on Facebook, I think it was. I says, "Do you still have that picture?" She goes, "Yeah, I do." I says, "You should turn that in and to the veterans, whatever you call it there, and or even try and enter it into a contest because I says that was the best picture I've ever seen. It was like something almost like a painting. It was like that perfect, like somebody had planned it, but it wasn't planned. You know, it was just the emotion. You could see the emotion in her face and everything. Yeah, Veterans Administration or anything, any kind of contest or anything like that. I bet she would have won too with that picture. But she said she couldn't find it anymore. I looked all over her page too. It wasn't there no more. But it's still it's right up here. I'll never forget that picture when I saw that picture that she had. I don't know what happened to the camera, but it was black and white. was the best picture she got. She had a couple pictures, but that was the best one. It was one of those type of veteran pictures brings tears to your eyes, even though you don't even know, even if you don't know the person. It was just that perfect. She had sunglasses on, so it was hiding her eyes. She must have, yeah, she must have used an old camera or something like that. But it wasn't her that snapped it, though. It was somebody else, like her daughter. She had like three daughters. They had three daughters and one boy, I believe. It must have been one of their camera or something like that. But yeah, she had the flag in her arm right here. My my uncle had the 21 gun salute and everything. He had the military funeral. He was in for 40 plus years, you know. But I wanted to be there. I couldn't make it until May, and he passed away in January, so I couldn't make it. So yeah, I missed three funerals of my family. My mom will be next. Probably miss that one too. I'm not sure who performed if we performed there. I know he had a 21 gun salute because I asked her if he did, and they said yeah. I said good, good, good. He needed to get that, have that at least. He probably did. I know he. She said they went all out. He had everything, so whatever you could do, they got it that day. So I didn't get a recording of it or anything like that. I didn't ask, so I still have her on Facebook. That's one thing that came out about my dad is when he passed away. I found all my cousins, my aunts, my uncle, obviously, because I have multiple aunts. He was my only uncle. Cousins, second cousins, first cousins. I mean, all the way down the line. Found them all on Facebook, so it was sure to not happen again, you know. But yeah, my mom is supposed to have heart surgery sometime around. I don't know yet. She's not. She hasn't got the appointment yet. But when she calls me about. Well, I call her about once a month or so, every couple of weeks. Sometimes call her for Christmas, things like that. I'm more closer to my mom than I've ever been. But when she called me last, it was last month. I think she told me she's gonna be having heart surgery, something to do with a heart murmur. She's 76 years old, so. And I told her, I says, I'm not going to say the same thing I said about my dad. And she was good because I didn't want that to be the last thing I say to my mom again. And I told her, I said, if you feel like you shouldn't do it, don't do it. I still wish I could go back and warn my dad and tell him, don't do it. Don't have it done because it'll stay in your leg. It won't ever go. And it's because he did the surgery that the blood clot went to his heart. If they hadn't done that surgery, it probably would never went to his heart. It would have just dissolved on its own. But it was like I had a feeling or something like that when I told him that. It must have been some kind of premonition. I just didn't come out and say, "You're going to die on me." I said, "You're not going to die on me, are you?" I think I meant to say, "You're going to die on me." Is what I think I meant to say. I was warning him, but I think I was warning him by saying what I did say too, without realizing it. But that was the only time my dad ever lied to me. He told me he wasn't going to die. He told me he was too stubborn to. Well, she was right about that, but he normally was too stubborn. Yeah, don't die on me. Yeah. But yeah, I warned my mom. I told her if you feel like you shouldn't do it. My mom's really open to that kind of thing. She knows if she's gonna, if something like that's gonna happen, she knows not to do it. She knows to just go ahead and live with it. I mean, come on, she's lived 76 years with a heart murmur. Why does she need surgery now? That's what I don't understand. You know, she'll be 77 in February. And he said I won't, and then he died. Yeah, yeah. A lot of lot of sergeants that say that all the time. Don't die on me, you know, and they do. It happens all the time, especially if they're a good friend of yours anyway, because you do. They become like brothers to you, just like that friend I had. He was like a brother to me. We were both the same age. He might have been a year younger than me, or vice versa. I think he was younger than me. I do have a picture though, which I just got that a couple of years ago. I got my basic training. The one that they take all of us at once, and they take the whole flight, or what do you call it? I can't remember what they call it in basic, but they take that big picture, like a family picture, and he's in that. So it was his first day. Oh my god! So he was green. They call it. You've always hated the military police too. Yeah, I went to a basic with somebody that was a military police, and I ran into him again later on down the road at some base somewhere. Can't remember what it was. I ran into him again. I actually ran into somebody here back a few years ago. Newbies, yeah, Shines. There's so many names for it. Yeah, there was a guy here. I lost contact with him too, and he was stationed at Hill Air Force Base of all things. It was funny because I walked in the mall. I had this hat on. I think it might have been this hat or a different hat. I think it was this hat. Well, not this particular hat. The same hat though. And I walked in, and me and my fiance were walking into the main entrance, and this other guy and his wife was walking out. He had exactly the same hat, and I whispered to her, I said, "Oh, there's another Air Force right there." And the guy heard me. He overheard me say that. He goes, "Hey," I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "You're Air Force too, huh?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Where were you stationed?" He goes, "Oh, I was stationed at Hill Air Force Base, Utah." I was like, "No way, no way!" You, it was really weird. I mean, what are the odds, especially where we live? This is a very tiny area. And we sat down and started talking, and my fiance, I think, started talking to the wife on another table, and kind of find out he was stationed at the same time I was. He worked on the planes, right, literally next to me, the next hangar over. I mean, what are the odds? He was a mechanic, and I says, "Do you remember me?" He says, "You don't look familiar." I have a picture of me when I went in, and I showed him the pictures. "Oh yeah, I remember you." He goes, "Was your name Bill?" I says, "Yeah, I used to go on Bill, or Airman Barnhart." He goes, "Yeah, I remember you." We were like, "No way!" And he showed me a picture of him. I says, "Yeah, I remember you too." He's like, it was the weirdest thing. Right here, we're in Humboldt County, which is a very small area, and we kept in touch for quite a while. But I was homeless, so it was really hard to keep in touch, and then he just disappeared. I haven't heard from him for a while. It's been at least a year or two now. But in a town like this, I always dreamed of running into somebody from there, and it's just sudden like that. All of a sudden, boom! Somebody from Hill Air Force Base runs into me here. Yeah, what are the odds? You can ask Ken; he could tell you the odds. It'd be like 1 in a million. It's never happened since. It never happened before that. In all these years, I never ran into anybody else that was stationed where I was stationed, practically the same job. But yeah, he remembered me and everything. I might have. He went to basic. I went to basic in '87. I think he went later in '87. So it was the same year, but a different month. You remember landing up in subway, and did you run into somebody too? Huh? You ran it. You saw your first sergeant, McAllister. Yeah, we always went by the last name. We never said Sergeant McAllister. Or anything like that. We just call everybody by last name. Yeah. Yeah. My last name is Barnhart. No D. Just Hart. Yep. Same thing we did. Exactly the same thing. We sat down right there. It was the food court, and we sat down there for hours. I mean, it must have been 2 or 3 hours. We didn't even, it went by so fast. We didn't even know. It was dark by the time we got done. His wife kept saying, "You ready to go yet?" My fiance kept asking me the same thing. I'm like, "No, no." I was afraid I was going to lose contact with him right away, but I didn't. I had his phone number. We exchanged phone numbers, things like that. Talked on the phone a lot. Yeah, it, it, it it's really weird running into someone that you knew. It, mine was while I was in, wasn't from base. I haven't ran into anybody from basic yet. Now, if I lived in Utah, I probably would have ran it because a lot of people in Utah was going basic when I was in. So he was actually in the same MOS as you then. Yeah, the odds of finding somebody out here for eight, like I said, I was homeless for 8 years, and I used to panhandle. I had on there that was a Air Force veteran and all that, and I there was quite a few from Air Force, but a lot of them they had no idea what Hill Air Force Base was or where or anything like that. So that's how I ran into this guy because I told him I was homeless and all that. And he stopped by once in a while for me and stopped and talked to me and stuff. Told him I didn't want anything from him or anything like that. He'd bring me a burger or something like that, but he'd offer me like $20. I'd say I don't want that. Your friendship's better, worth more than that. So, but then one day he just stopped coming by. He just disappeared. I don't know if he passed away or what, but I don't even think I don't have him on Facebook anymore. Oh, my fiance's right here staring at me. How long have you been standing there? You woke me up. I woke you up. Oh, yeah. You saw him on the streets homeless? Did you stop for him or talk to him or anything like that? There's a lot of homeless veterans around. Just in this one county, there's over 3,000 homeless veterans just in Humboldt County alone. So you remembered his name. He probably thought he was busted or something. That's how I felt, especially when somebody called me by name like that. Yeah. Well, he had his OCPs on. Yeah, I wore just the pants at the time. I had so many pockets on it. What I liked was about all the pockets. When you're homeless, you got to pretty much keep everything in your pockets. Yeah, so you helped him out. That's good. Yeah, that's pretty much what he kept offering me. Is he kept offering me the dinner and stuff like that. I told him no, I didn't want to impose or anything like that. So he buy me a burger or something like that. Yeah, he offered me to stay there too. And I didn't want to impose. So there's me and my fiance together. She was homeless with me at the same time. And she's kind of skittish, so the people she doesn't know. She just woke up. My fiance is younger than me. He manages a store in the mall now. That's good. So he got on his feet now. You helped him get the job or a job. Well, believe it or not, you probably saved his life again. Just may not know it, but he probably did that job. Yep, he's still there. Yeah, believe it or not, you probably actually saved his life. Oh wow, he's a manager. Good. So he's no longer homeless, obviously. He was almost killed in Afghanistan. Yeah, being in the being homeless was it practically was like a war. I mean, out here it's pretty bad. They don't like a lot of people don't like homeless out here. There's good people out here. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of the people here that don't like homeless, and it seems like they don't like veterans either. I was cussed out all the time. I was told I wasn't a real veteran if I was out there like that. What the heck's a real veteran? You're either a veteran or you're not. Things just happen. It's just what happens. I mean, especially when you don't get benefits like me. You know, you got nowhere else to go, and the veterans places around here just won't. They don't do crap around here. We don't even have a. Yeah, they were trying to say it was stolen valor. I had my DD 14 right there on hand. I had my ID on hand. They still didn't believe it. They tell me, "Oh yeah, I looked you up online and it said that you're not really a veteran." I'm like, "Dude, how would you do that? You would have to know my social security number. And if you knew that, then it's stolen identity." Oh well, yeah, well, I just did it. It's like, yeah, right. Whatever you say. I had people cussing me out. I was called every name in the book. I mean, you name it, I was called it. And so they just wanted to put you down because you're a veteran. Like they were testing us or testing me. But I'm not the only one. So there's other veterans, like I said. It's not my part to tell them that they're not a veteran or are a veteran or whatever. They know if they're a veteran or not. So when I see one, I thank them for their service, even if they're homeless and everything. And if I can't help them out, I at least say that to them. But I know I can look at somebody, right then and there if they're a veteran or not. Yeah, I was accused all the time. I feel like I didn't have to prove myself, but I had a lot of people that knew me pretty well. A lot of them were veterans. I had one veteran actually accuse me, but other than that, I've never had a veteran in 8 years, other than that one guy who just thought he knew all that. I don't even know if he was really a veteran. The way he acted, he didn't act like a veteran, but he said he was. He said he was a Marine, which might have been part of it. But other than that, there wasn't one veteran that ever put me down other than that. And that was actually towards the end that he did that. It was about 2 or 3 months before I got into the place. So, but I've never had one veteran put me down. They'd always stop, thanking me for my service, things like that. You know, they give me something, whether it was food or whatever. But never other than that one guy. He just wanted to cause a fight. That's all he wanted to do. Other than that, I never had any other veteran ever put me down about anything or call me names or anything like that ever. But civilians, all the time, all the time. Ken was one of the ones that stopped by a lot too. So we're still in touch. We actually live in the same town now. He doesn't live too far away from me, about a mile and a half. He still helps me out from time to time too. Because like I said, I'm on SSI and that's it. For my back. I also found out a few months ago, about less than 6 months ago, I found out I have chronic kidney disease. I don't think that's related to the military though. That came on after the fact. The bad back though came on in time. It took time for that, but I always had a bad back. But thought, well, everybody has a bad back. Everybody's back hurts. So Wish I had said something back then, but I didn't. Oh, you're a high school coach, huh? What do you coach? Do you coach baseball, football, basketball? What? Football. Why did I know that? I had a feeling it was football. Where do you live? What state? Are you in California or? I mean, you don't have to tell me exactly where you live, just what state. I was wondering what state you lived in. West Virginia. Wow, you're all the way across the other side of the United States from me. I'm in Northern California, Arcata to be exact. If you look it up, Arcata, California is just a tiny, like suburb of Eureka, California. It's out in the middle of the sticks, literally. We're about 100 miles west of Redding on the coast. Yeah, California. Doesn't look like California here. We're so far north. Yeah, it's a whole different country up here. We're about 100 miles west of Redding, about 100 miles south of Crescent City, which is where the Oregon California border is. Humboldt County is the county. You probably heard of everybody's heard of Humboldt County. Yeah, it is. It is bigger than Germany. Germany's flat though. We got mountains. Well, I don't call them mountains. I call them hills out here. Nobody out here knows what a mountain is. You go to Utah, that's mountains. Like Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, that area. That's mountains. These are just bumps in the road compared to that. I lived in Springville, Utah, which is just south of Provo, and I graduated from Springville High School. And we had a mountain right out there. Yeah, Utah is mountains technically, but it's a big area though. A lot of valleys. But we had a mountain right there in Springville. It was over 10,000 feet above sea level at the peak. Yeah, I graduated high school from one of the high schools that the original Footloose was filmed, Springville High School. Footloose was filmed at Springville High School, Payson High School, and Lehigh High. And I wasn't stuttering there either. It's Lehigh High School. I drive by the Lehigh Mills all the time back then. I could point out every place where that movie was filmed out there, even though a lot of those places are gone now. He was an Afghanistan vet. He recognized you, huh? Hmm. Called you by your first name, huh? But yeah, the Footloose was filmed in Provo, Springville, Payson, and Lehigh. And a friend of mine lived near Payson. The one that I told you about lived near Payson. He lived in a town called Santaquin. It was like a suburb of Payson. You know, Payson was small in itself. He was drill sergeant. Drill sergeant of all things. Yeah, they call them training instructors in the Air Force, the TI. That's what they call them in ours. You call them drill sergeant to have a fit. The Air Force, what they did then. Yeah, it looks like you're the only one in here now. Ken was left. I think I recognized your name, but I think what it is McAllister. That's kid from Home Alone. Wasn't his name McAllister in that movie? Yeah, talking to veterans. Yeah, I haven't met much veterans on here really. Nobody really talks about it. They don't like to say on their page that they're a veteran. Yeah, Kevin McAllister. Yeah, is it spelled the same way? Yeah, it is. I recognized the name. I couldn't make it out, and I was like, "Wait, that isn't that Home Alone?" Oh, you were a drill sergeant. Well, you probably could answer a lot of questions on that one. Yeah, when I went in '87. It was right after they passed the law where TIs or drill sergeants, whatever, couldn't put down your family. So they couldn't call you a son of a because that put down your mom. And they just barely passed that law like a month before I went in. I don't think if it's still that way now. I assume it is. Might even be more than that now. Yeah, I was recycled for a week. You probably know what that means. That's why I was in for 7 weeks instead of 6 for calling a drill sergeant an a hole. Wasn't mine, but it was another one. I still stand by it too because he was. Oh my God, he was. Yeah, nicknames. You're allowed to call them nicknames as long as it doesn't put their parents down like that. Getting a whole bunch of things on my phone here. What? Why in the world? Something just went through my credit card. It wasn't supposed to. My credit card, my debit card. I'm not sure which. Credit card. Oh, Pacific because he was from California. Okay, took me a minute to get that. Yeah, nicknames are fine, but you couldn't like yell at them and call them, like I said, an SOB or anything like that because it puts down their mom. You couldn't call them you know, a, yeah, you couldn't call them, well, it's just you and me. You couldn't call them a bastard because that puts down their dad, the parent, their dad. Um, there was a few things you couldn't call them, but they just barely passed that law like a month before I went in. Yeah, you can't insult recruits. Yeah. Hi, Yarn. Yarn works. Yeah, I got a fellow veteran in here. We're just talking about everything. Yeah, I started building the Yoda, and then kind of came to a dead end for a minute. Oh, you nicknamed by the states, yeah. So I'd be like Airman Utah or Airman Pacific because I am in California now. But at the time I was in Utah. Yeah, I graduated high school in 1984 and then went to Air Force almost exactly 3 years later. So I graduated in May, late May. So like 3 years, 2 months, or 3 years, month and a half, something like that, to be exact. I thought about going in the Army. Even when I got out, I thought about going into the National Guard, the Army National Guard, but never did. You didn't know I was on? Oh, heck, I've been on for 3 hours, almost 3.5 hours now. I was actually going to get off until Martin came in here and kind of kept me on now. So I got the extra hours now, watch hours. But yeah, yeah. My fiance kind of moved my camera around a little bit, but I can show you what I got done. You enjoy yelling at him, huh? There's what I got done on the Yoda. Just his basically the frame. So but the feet are actually not done the way they're supposed to be done. I was missing pieces, so I got to a dead end, and I was able to finish them, but I had to alter them a little bit. You really can't tell if you don't know about it what was altered. But yeah, I'm going to be finishing that next live, probably the next couple of lives. Yeah, it doesn't look like much, but that took a good almost 2 hours just to do that far. The feet were the hardest because like I said, I was missing a lot of pieces off of it, smaller pieces and stuff. So I had to search through my inventory, and that takes forever. The one thing I hate is having to search through your inventory for things. Oh, you kept your drill sergeant's cap? You use it when you're coaching, huh? Yeah, I actually was. I was asked in high school. I was asked to go into football. I always wondered what if I did. They wanted me as a quarterback, and I was like the nerd in high school, and I was so afraid that if I joined the Air Force, if I joined the football team, they'd probably just be there to kill me or something like that. So I never wanted to go in. I had a lot of football friends though, but I knew a lot. I knew the whole football team. We went to state for the whole 3 years I was in high school. We went to state and won all 3 years. I never missed one single football game, not once. It's every single one of them, all those whole 3 years. But yeah, I was invited to be he wanted me to, the coach had asked me to try out for quarterback, and I never did it. I always wondered where I would be if I did. I was going to try out for basketball one time. I was in a basketball team for a church at the time, and tryouts were like 2 days after this game that I was in, one of our games, and I jumped up for a layup, and I made it, but I landed on another guy's foot, and my whole ankle went up. My whole foot came up, tore all the ligaments in my ankle, so I couldn't try out. Even though I showed up anyways in crutches, I tried up. I showed up. He walked up to me and thanked me for my dedication and everything. He says, I can't let you try out like that. So I lost that one too. he had asked me to try out himself, the basketball coach, and he never knew about it until I showed up. That I was on crutches, but I was told I would never play again. So I sat on the sidelines all the time and for the basketball games for the church after that. Yeah, he thanked me for my dedication for showing up because I told him I was gonna be there one way or the other. I will be there. And then I played the game and got hurt, got injured really bad, and that was it. I don't play sports anymore at all anymore. Can't even run for that matter. Not at my age. George Cooper. Somebody else just came in here too. Oh, we're not fat. I'm 200 pounds myself, but I lost a lot of weight though. Funny because I lost more weight since I've been homeless than when I was homeless. Go figure. Oh, my back's bothering me in this chair right now, sitting here. I sit here all day long, pretty much anyway. You can tell when I'm in pain because I smoke more when I'm in pain. I'm just looking at my light. My light's changing colors on here. The front one here. I want to change it. There it goes. I don't know. Sports is a lot different than it was back when I was in high school. You had to work to get in. Call of Duty. Yeah, Call of Duty. It's a military game type thing, like combat, military combat. I don't know how many of them there are. It's probably Call of Duty. Well, they used to go by numbers, but now I think they go by names now. But I'm sure it's Call of Duty. Yeah, you probably would like it too. I can't remember the last Call of Duty I played. I think it's Call of Duty 3 or something like that. Call of Duty Zero or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm sure there's been a lot more since then. I don't play console games anymore. My fiance has an Xbox. Um, was it? It's not the Xbox. The new one is the one before that. I don't play I don't play Call of Duty, not anymore. I'm more into like Fortnite, and which I guess could be considered a combat also. But yeah, they should teach you how to play. I play Fortnite. I play Lego Fortnite too. Obviously, Lego Fortnite just came out last month. I'm more on that than anything else. I don't really play the regular Fortnite. Fortnite's free, but if you want skins, it costs. Yeah. Does he play the Lego Fortnite or the regular Fortnite? I pretty much finished the Lego Fortnite. I pretty much had a dead end. Lego Fortnite's more like Minecraft. Not Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft. You have to find certain things to complete a task, and when you complete that task, you get rewarded, and then you got to find other things to complete the next thing. You have to keep going on, just like Minecraft. You like build yourself a little village in Lego and stuff like that. It's a lot like Minecraft. I've never played Minecraft though. Yeah, I played on the same computer I'm on now. I have two 32-inch TV screens from my monitors, one here and one to the that way next to it. Yeah, kids don't go outside anymore. They just don't. Even here with all the kids here, I hardly ever see kids outside anymore. There's my fiance again.
Are we going to eat?
Yeah, there's dinner in the fridge.
Our black fan's not working in your bedroom.
The black fan.
I said the black fan. Somehow it's off. I don't really know yet.
Did it turn off? Did you turn it off or something?
No.
Like dragging again, or the motor probably burned out.
But I wanted something because of what today is.
Huh?
Today's National Spaghetti Day. I wanted spaghetti.
Well, I made something similar to that.
I wanted spaghetti.
It's in the silver pan.
I want spaghetti. It's not actual spaghetti.
I'm not making spaghetti now. I used hamburger in this. It's in the fridge. You have to warm it up.
How can I do anything? I'm basically on commission for 3 weeks.
Yeah, my fiance messed up her elbow or arm. She fell in the shower. I was actually on somebody else's live and just got off about a half hour before that happened. She fell in the shower. And luckily her sister was here visiting for the New Year. So we were able to get her up and out of the bathtub and everything. She went to the ER. Yeah, 3 weeks is going to take for it to heal. She's in a sling with ace bandages on it and pain. She doesn't like taking painkillers, but she takes ibuprofen, when she feels like it. Yeah, my fiance's 30 years old. I'm 57, so we got 27 years between us. We've been together for the whole 8. Well, we've been together for almost 9 years.
Are you going to spread this out?
How old's your daughter? That all depends. I have a daughter that's 23, just turned 23.
Are you going to spread this out so I can
work
on it?
Sit it there.
It's been sitting here since last year.
My daughter had a boy. Oh, holy cow. Now, yeah, I think you have all the right to yell at your daughter for that age. That's just a little too young.
Knock, knock.
What?
I had mine at that age, basically. My first one was in middle school. Well, Mom and Dad didn't yell at me because the guy was sweet.
Just depends on what kind of boyfriend, though.
He was sweet.
I'm sure Martin knows what I mean.
The one thing is, met him in art class. Me and my cousin was in art class together, and he was about 3 or 4 tables down from us. Kept looking at me every day, and it's like, what the heck is going on here? Yeah,
my daughter, she's 23 now. She was like 19 or 20 at the time. I called her up, and she told me she had a boyfriend. I was like, oh, and I says, and she goes, and we're getting married. I was like, no. And so she says, Dad, I just want your blessing. I says, okay, you got my blessing. I says, and she goes, I'm going to have him call you. I'm like, why are you going to have him call me? She goes, because he wants to ask you for my hand. I was like, okay. And he did. He called, and this guy was just, he was like bipolar or something. She's trying to get her dog to look at my lap. He doesn't like the camera. The dog doesn't like the camera.
Well, you know how hard it is to hold you?
And so anyway, he calls me, and he was telling me about how he thinks about killing himself all the time and all this stuff. I was like, okay, and he asked me, of course, he says, yeah, sure, I wanted my daughter to be happy, I didn't want to say no, and so he started calling me every day, calling me dad and stuff like that. It was like scaring the crap out of me. And then all of a sudden my daughter calls me a couple months later, about 6 months later. We're just talking, and she says, yeah, I broke up with him. I was like, yes. But I didn't say it. I was thinking it, though. But I just recently told her about it, but she laughed about it. But now she's got another boyfriend now that she's, I don't know if they're engaged or not, but she's 23 now. So, oh, Robin's back. Yeah, I quit about an hour ago, Robin, because I ended up at a dead end. I had some pieces missing, so
I might have to do a video about that.
I actually stopped at bag 2. Would be bag 2. Robin says hi. Yeah, you can see her arm. That's what happened to her arm, Robin. She's in a sling. She hasn't been for what, about a week?
Almost a week. It'll be a week on.
Yeah, she says hi. Yeah, Martin up above there is a veteran also. You talk about veterans. That's where she fell in the shower on New Year's Day morning.
New Year's Eve.
Was it New Year's night, but New Year's morning, but New Year's Eve night. So she fell in the shower, and me and her sister had
He's in the grouchy mood.
Because he doesn't want to be on the camera.
You're a grouchy mood, bitch.
She's talking to a dog.
You know, you can't stop being a bitch every day. You're just turning into daddy.
Oh, screw you too.
Well, fuck you. You ain't helping me do any Legos or videos.
I can't build a Lego for you.
I'm out for freaking one.
Yeah, that's why she hasn't done any videos, because she's got one arm.
How am I supposed to do videos or Legos? I'm freaking good like that. I can't even work on my puzzle.
She just put an announcement on her community page about it. Well, yeah, actually, I put it on. She told me what to type on it.
No likes either.
She says she doesn't have any likes.
Only my like. We need to fix his hat.
You don't know how to build them? Yeah, you have to know what you're doing, for one.
So his hat's coming off.
She's got a little puppet right here. She uses for. They have the kinetic sculpture races here.
We need to change.
Your mom tried to call me again too while I was on live.
Tell my mom.
Oh, she says that the comments are disabled on your videos. Has anybody ever commented on yours?
The only comment that I got was from her, and that was the last time.
On a video?
Yeah.
She said she got one of your comments. Yeah, a lot of the sets are big. If you get
my lady from a
what do they call it? Creative experts. The series of creative expert. Those are the really hard ones. Those like the modular buildings and all that stuff. Those get pretty. They're like in the 4,000 or 5,000 pieces. This one here's a 1,700. Yoda.
Wait. This is the one I'm working on. Oh, what?
Was working on.
It's my Star Wars one.
I got you one too. Your parrot. I don't know where it is.
In the closet.
This closet? No, that closet.
It's time to put the Christmas movies away.
Yeah. They date pretty young these days.
Well, you whatever you was. Bitch.
Yeah, she says that your comments are disabled.
I'll fix those fuckers.
Neither do I. It's probably in the settings. We call it the settings where it does everything. You got our receipts today.
Oh,
rent. That was it.
The same.
Yeah, still the same.
I hate that.
Yeah, the 80s kids. Never forget the 80s.
Hey, I'm a 90s
You're off to bed. Hope you have a good night. Yeah, I'll probably be getting off here in a few. Probably at 4 hours, which is about 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, because I'm going to play around with karaoke.
You want to play around with karaoke?
Yeah. I'm bored. I've been trapped in this house with nowhere to go.
That's our cable bill that we shouldn't have anything on it, actually. Someone tuned in on Nintendo just now for $7.99.
My Nintendo?
I guess. From my credit card, not from debit card. All right. Good night, Robin. Thanks for stopping in. I didn't know it did automatically. I think it's every 3 months.
Oh, yeah, it's every 3 months.
You got to cancel it because you got the card now.
Yeah, because I went to 12 months.
I'm like, I have nothing in there now. I did. It might have overdrawn. I don't know. Well, no. Yeah, the money did come back in there. That's right.
There's only $10. Only $20 is our amount.
That's next month, though.
No, it said $11.20. One-time active.
Let me see.
Charge of that. Very customer exception credit.
Yeah, they told me it was zero this month. Like $1. I think I have $1 credit now for next month. I've gotten free cable for the past year.
I want to try to add that channel so we can watch the Gypsy Rose Blanche series. It's 6 hours. I looked it up.
I don't think. I think you can add the online one, but you can't add the channel.
You can't do the online one because you have to provide your fucking ass cable company, and I don't know anything.
That's why you called me to tell you that.
No, it says negative $1.18.
Yeah, that means I don't owe anything. They owe me $1 something, so that'll be credited next month.
300 Mbps. Smart router. Internet credit 119 for our internet.
Well, it's gone
internet service negative 10.
In the last few months.
Basic TV. I don't want.
All right, Martin. TV. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting off here in about 15 minutes or before. If it goes down to 0, I'll probably leave. Yeah, make sure you subscribe, Martin. That way we can keep in touch. Subscribe and like.
At least I'm done with that advent calendar.
Have a good night, Martin.
Everybody hated me because of it.
You already did, huh? All right. Yeah, usually I get notified when somebody subscribes. I haven't gotten nothing yet. Takes a while sometimes.
I can't even play my game. Well, I can't cancel it.
Good night.
I have to wait for 3 months. The card will still be good.
Yeah, they never expire. Unless you use them, they expire.
It's still attached to my game.
No, the card I gave you for Christmas.
I'll just wait until the 3 months are up. And then I'll go home there.
Well, you can do it now. Just add it to it. It will happen.
Yeah, 3 months plus 12. That'll be like, what, 14 months?
Something like that. 17 months.
15.
Somebody else is in here. I don't know who. Maybe Robin is still in here, I think. There, Ken.
Nobody's on this. It's a fucking robot part, really.
That's probably Ken. He stays in a lot. Doesn't say nothing. Why is their phone still on? Then I turn my phone off. It beats me again. That's something else. And as soon as I close something, it comes back up with something else.
I don't have nothing to drink. I ran out of soda. Well, I have my sparkling cider, but I don't know.
Yeah, and you get a drink before they close.
They close here soon. It's 9:49.
I'll be getting off here at 10.
They close at 10.
No, they close at 11.
The holidays are over. That was only the holiday.
They close at 11.
Well, if you go all the way and there's closed.
Shell told me straight out they close at 11. They always have and always will.
No, if they're closed, then it was only for the holidays that they stayed open that late. What do you want, stupid? What, you want daddy? Come on. Come here. Fuck you too. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I want to throw the damn Bible at you.
Well, I guess I'm going to take off. Doesn't look like there's anybody in here. Ken might be here. So, Ken, if you're listening, I'm going to be going off. There's anybody here at all. So yeah, next week I'll be finishing up the Yoda, and she turned off the fan. It's already getting hot in here already. I got hiccups. Hi there. Oh, somebody else just came in. So who else came in? I know you're there somewhere. There's a lurker. I don't see anybody answering. Oh, there's two. It says two people in here. I don't know. So he's probably Ken. All right. So yeah, I'm going to take off. I'm going to play my ink credits, whatever they're called, and then I'll see everybody next week. Next be Thursday at the same time. I'll be finishing off Lego Yoda. I won't actually finish it, but get most of it done. Hopefully, I'll be more awake. So thanks for watching, and make sure you all subscribe if you haven't already. Like this live video, the replay, and bye now.
Please subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of videos I post. Thanks for watching.